Yep, well, I've been running T5s over my Reef tank since day one, and I think it's time for a change. Should we try LEDs? I don't know. What do you guys think? What's going on, everybody? Welcome. So this video is going to be an easy one, so you may or may not want to stick around, but it's pretty much going to be documenting the changes that I've made to the light fixture over my Reef tank. And while I'm talking, we're going to just take a look at some different angles of the tank, some different corals, so on and so forth, while I just ramble on and on. The reason why I'm going to be doing this video is so that I have a record of the changes that I'm making in my Reef tank. I've done a lot of changes over the past. Most of them I have documented on my channel. And I originally started out my channel as a library, so I can see the progress, what works, what doesn't work. Sometimes I go to do something and I forget the changes that I made or how they used to be. I don't like the changes that I made and I forget the way they were, and I never made a video about it. So that's what I'm going to start doing. Every little change that I make, every good and every bad, I'm going to be documenting so that I know down the road if I want to change something back to the way it used to be and I forget, I'll be able to look back at a video. So that's what this is about, changing the light fixture above my Reef tank. So as of right now, I am running all my lights off of the Wi-Fi surge protector that I recently just did a video on, and it is making things a lot easier for me to change. So essentially, if I wanted to change out my lights, since I'm not using an Apex or anything like that, I would have to unplug it out of the timer, turn the dials, this and that, and it was a pain. If you want to change something and change the time it comes on and off, those old school dials worked really well, but they were a pain when you wanted to make changes. So now that I have the surge protector, it makes it super easy to plug and unplug things and change timing and schedules. So what I was currently running is I was currently running 2 ATI Blue Plus bulbs from noon till 10 p.m. And then I would have 2 ATI actinic bulbs come on from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Now that schedule worked very good for me for a really long time. That's how this tank's been set up and running since the day one mark on it. The old system that I had before the tank cracked was running almost identical. It was running 2 Blue Plus from noon to 10, and then what I did have is I had 1 ATI Actinic and 1 ATI Coral Plus running from 3 p.m. till 9 p.m. I like that. It really grew my coral. Definitely for growth and coloration, that is an awesome combination. But the look of the tank, when you come home and you look at it, it's definitely not super appealing. It's very just, blah is the word I'm looking for. No shimmer, not a lot of coral pop. The sand was kind of like a purplish pink color. Wasn't really white, wasn't really blue. It was kind of in between. So most days I would look at the coral would be 100% happy. But over the past 3 years, I've become unhappy and I need to make some changes because, I really like looking at coral when it looks neon and fluorescent and fake and it just pops. You hear that word pop. That's what I want in my tank. And to be honest, if you have T5s, you could probably agree with me. And if you want to get T5s, you will notice that you lose the pop completely. It's gone. Even if you run all actinic bulbs, the whole tank is just purple. Everything pops, but it's purplish pink and it's really hard to look at. So we are making changes, and again, that's what this video is all about, what those changes are. Am I going to completely get rid of my T5s and go all LED? I don't know. We will have to see as the time progresses. One thing for sure is the settings that I have right now, I'm enjoying a lot. You can see here the close-up. You can see the core line a lot better. It's not just all one color. You can see the difference between the way that the Carib Sea rocks come and then the color difference with all the core line growth on it, which is definitely more pleasing for me to see. Core line growth, to me, is important. They say if you can grow core line, you can grow SPS. That's just what they say, and I'm finding that I'm able to grow both. So that saying could be true. But anyway, this is a lighting video. As we look down the side of the tank, we are looking at it under the new light fixture that I have set up. It's a combination of a couple things that I've had, and we're also using, actually I can show you. You can see how it's really blue. What I'm actually using is an old Aquari clip, and you can see the lens. Hold on, let me just turn on this light, maybe you can see a little better. You can see that I took the lens out of one of my Billy Pipes glasses, siliconed it in place, and that's what I'm using for this video. Let's go back to it. There we go. Really looks good. So the current fixture that I'm running right now is the same retrofit T5 fixture, but I'm only running 2 bulbs, and I'm also running the Reef brights that I've had under the canopy for quite a while now. I've been turning the Reef brights on and off, trying to figure out this, trying to figure out that, what makes the coral happy and what doesn't make the coral happy. Now, this light fixture setup that I have going on came about pretty much from 2 people. Really, 2 people gave me this idea. One of those people is Dave from Dave's Nano Tank. So one day he was showing us videos of his tank and pictures of his tank, and it looked freaking amazing. And I'm like, what are you using to get the colors out of your tank like that, you know, with your phone? And he said, I'm using the blues on my black boxes and actinic T5 bulbs. And it got me thinking, I'm trying to come up with that combination, but I don't have black boxes. I'm using T5s only. And I could not work any type of bulb combination out to get that color. And whenever I go to a show, you know, those black boxes, all blues, makes the coral look ridiculous, and that's the kind of look that I'm going for. So then, as time goes on, I get myself a Reef bright, because, you know, there's a lot of people out there that use T5s and Reef brights, and their tanks look ridiculous. And we all know it's not just about lighting, it's not just about flow, it's not just about this, it's a combination of everything, but I've always used T5s. And in case you're wondering why I've always used T5s, it's because anybody that knows me knows I'm not technologically advanced in the brain whatsoever. So for me to get some LEDs and try to tune them and do this and do that, that's too confusing for me. I'd rather just get a T5 fixture, slap on a couple bulbs, and know that every single bulb that ATI makes gives the coral exactly what they need. So you can't beat that. In my eyes, we're trying to keep coral alive and we're trying to grow it. So why not use T5s, plug in a bunch of bulbs, and then let the coral grow, you know? If you've seen my channel over the past years and you've seen my coral, they all look pretty good and they've all grown pretty well. But no matter how well they grow and no matter how nice the color is on them, it still wasn't super appeasing, whatever the word is. I wasn't extremely thrilled when I came home every day, and that's only been recently. Recently I want that pop. So then Murphy's Aquatics convinced me, hey, get yourself a Reef bright, you're gonna love them. And I've, always thought, they really look good, they do make the coral look good. I've seen vendors display their coral under them, but they could be pricey. So I sucked it up, saved, and I ended up getting a 48-inch Reef bright actinic tech fixture. And when I first put that over my tank and turned it on, I couldn't believe it. So at that moment I was running, 2 bulbs from 12 to 10 and 2 bulbs from 3 to 6. When all 4 bulbs come on, it gives the coral plenty of light. And I know you can always add more light to the tank as long as the corals can take it. My rock work isn't really to the top of the tank, and it's a good mixed reef. So for me, it was hard to come up with a time schedule where the Reef brights don't give the coral too much light, or the whole tank has too much light. I don't want anything to bleach out. So finally, pretty much through random text with Murphy's Aquatics and me thinking back to those pictures that Dave sent, I said, you know what? I'm going to try 2 actinic T5 bulbs and 2 48-inch tech Reef brights, and let's see what color we get, and let's see how the corals react. And right now, all the video that you've been seeing today is with that color combination. So I'm currently running two 48-inch Reefbrite Tech actinic LED strips. They come on from 12 to 10 p.m. And then I have two actinic ATI T5 bulbs. They come on from 3 till 9. And there's a lot of coral in here that I have not even, I have plenty of SPS in here. For me, it's plenty anyway. I have 6 different pieces. 2 of those I have not seen polyp extension on since the day I got them. And one of those is this one right here. So we're really zoomed in, so of course it's going to be kind of blurry. This is the Jason Fox Enchanted Forest. Look at the polyps on that thing. So the skin of this, the bone structure of this, is a really bright yellow, and the polyps are a really bright green. So you can, with it being zoomed in, you can almost see the exact colors. It's still kind of hard because I am zoomed in so far. If I were to turn off the actinic lights, you would probably see the yellow more, but you can see polyp extension here. And I haven't seen polyps on this thing since the day I bought it. So today it's the middle of January, and I got this the beginning of September. Still alive, it still had color, but no polyps. So I am extremely thrilled so far. It's been running 3 days with this light fixture, and every single coral in the tank is loving it, just loving it. Here's my purple stylo. It's always been purple, but hasn't really been fuzzy. Look at this hairy sucker right now. It's crushing it, it's killing it. It's doing really good. Here's the Birds of Paradise. Super fluffy, super crazy. It's like this really neon green skin with this really bright but dark blue polyps. And let's go over to the Dave's Nanotank ORA bird's nest. Woo-wee! Look at it. You can't even see the stony structure of it. It's just all polyps. It's awesome. So we're going to end the video with this awesome mushroom that Dave gave me, because Dave's my buddy. But, yeah, he gave me this awesome mushroom. This thing is crazy, as the camera goes a little out of control. But anyway, so that is the change to the light fixture. You know what? If you guys are still hanging out, let's actually just take a quick look at it. That's the one thing I didn't show you. We talked about what I'm doing, but I didn't show you. Alright, so here we are under the hood, under the canopy, looking at it. You can see on the far left and right is the Reefbrite Techs, and in the middle there is the 2 actinics. I still have the Blue Plus plugged in. They're not currently turning on and off, but like I said, with the way that this Wi-Fi surge protector gives me the availability to just change so many things. So, looking at it right here, I have my little DIY brackets I've done videos on. I've done videos on this light fixture, everything. Oh, you guys can see here, I'm doing this cool little theme here. I'm going to do the whole canopy with stickers. So if you have a sticker, let me know. Send it to me. Shoot me an email, billy.pipes@yahoo.com, and I'll put the sticker under the canopy and show some support. So, but yeah, here we go. That's it. That's the fixture. We're about almost 14 minutes in. Let's take a look down at the tank. Yeah. So that's it. T5s and Reefbrites is the famous combination. Again, I've added the 2 Reefbrites. I've had this one for quite a while. This is actually a newer purchase that I got from my LFS. It was a year old and it was $100. That is ridiculous. Shout out to Reefco. Good looking out, man. $100 for that sucker. And this one right here, this one I got brand new. They currently are not making the techs anymore. So if you want to run out and try and get a tech, they're not making them anymore. I'm sorry. They're staying with the XHOs, which is, you can see there's a gap right here, and there's a gap right here, and there's a gap right here. The only difference is that the XHOs have LEDs throughout the whole fixture. This has a little bit less, so it's not as much light, but if I have to get them down the road, I will. We'll see how they work. But these are just a little bit of power compared to the XHOs, just less LEDs. So that's it. This truly is the end of the video. Tell me what you guys think about my new combination. Let me see a focus, darken this up a little bit. There we go. Let me know what you guys think of my new color, combination. Are you running something similar? Reef Brights and Actinic T5s. Again, special thanks to Murphy's Aquatics, Dave's Nano Tanks, and I'm going to throw Fishy Snowman in there. And I'm going to also throw in K-Town Reefer. And I'm going to throw in Reef Spy. Reef Spy's my boy. Reefing with O. What's up? I know I'm missing a ton of people. I talk to a ton of guys all day. But you guys are my boys. So shout out to all you guys. That's it. We're ending the video. I've made my documentation of the changes that I've made. And I'm going to run with this. I'm going to run with it. See how it does. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. And, any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later.